Right now, you see the American flag, and it's sort of being co-opting for different agendas. But at the end of the day, the American flag has a very, very specific meaning for this country, and there are people who live in other countries that seek asylum here, and when they see that flag, that's a sign of hope and a sign of freedom. Men and women who die overseas serving their country, that flag is draped over their coffin. That's not supposed to symbolize hate, and I have a huge objection to its use to symbolize any kind of narrative that might put hate first. To me, that should be a sign of hope and a sign of loyalty to one another. We're supposed to be building this whole nation together, this new concept of freedom. It's not supposed to be this infighting and internal, turned inward hatred at one another. I have a lot of objection with knowing how many men and women have come through this program that have seen that coffin draped with a flag for somebody that they knew and they served with. And to have other people fly that flag while also screaming disparaging remarks at not just other Americans, but other veterans. I take objection to that. So I feel like we need to regain what that flag is supposed to stand for. And that should be pulling us together, not pushing us apart.
Paws is helping tell the stories that have been ignored, the stories of veterans in isolation, the difficulty that people have understanding mental health injuries in the same way that they can understand physical health injuries, and understanding that that mental health struggle is real, and we must absolutely, as a nation, come together and come to terms with the fact that we haven't done right in the past, and we have an opportunity to do right now if, and this is where these things come together, the Black Lives Matter movement, the Paws and Stripes, as we talk about military sexual trauma, that in each of these circumstances, we take the time to listen to people's experiences that were different than our own, so that we as a country can heal and move forward.
My name is Christy LaFrance, and I'm associated with Paws and Stripes through Stella, my service dog. By meeting Lindsay in 2010 was the beginning, and the way that I met her was through Horses for Heroes. And that's where the introduction came from. And Lindsay evaluated Stella and I. In fact, Stella was the youngest dog. Stella was 8 or 9 months old when they evaluated Stella and I to participate in the program with Paws and Stripes.
My name is Jonathan Martinez, and I'm a graduate of Paws and Stripes and a mentor, and I graduated August 2015. Paws and Stripes helped me because when I first came into the program, I did nothing. I stayed at home and I did not leave at all. I constantly would only shop at night. I didn't go into the public. But having Parker, he helped me just overcome that fear. Made me realize that it's not a big deal. You can go into public. You can see people. Come here, give me a hug. And yeah, having this dog has literally saved my life.
My name is Maurice Portillo. My association with Paws and Stripes is I graduated last year in 2019. Paws has changed my life tremendously. I mean, everything from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. Paws itself helped me as a veteran by providing me with unique counseling opportunities, the camaraderie I get from working with other veterans and their dogs. or of utmost importance would be that I've been blessed with Akira. She's my saving grace. From the time I wake up, like I said, to the time I go to bed, Akira's by my side, taking care of me, gives me something to look forward to every day.
My name is Joshua Jones. I work for Congresswoman Deb Haaland in the 1st Congressional District, and I am a Wounded Warrior Fellow and Field Representative for Congresswoman Deb Haaland. Right now, in the pandemic, I think we all know that mental and behavioral health is huge. If we, as veterans, were struggling before, we're definitely struggling now in isolation. So Lindsay reached out to our office and said, hey, you know, there's some gaps in mental health, right? And especially with the VA. Congresswoman, her mother and father served in the military. Her mother was in the Navy and her father was in the Marines. So the military in general is something that the Congresswoman is very connected to.
My name is Dathan Weems, and I'm the chair of the board of directors for Paws and Stripes. I discovered Paws back in 2013 working with another nonprofit, and I heard about this fantastic new idea that was going on then at Rio Rancho, and went over and met with them and learned what they were doing, and like anyone who ever does, fell in love with them immediately and was glad to be a part of their team. What makes Paws unique is the commitment Paws makes to the whole veteran. And while service dogs are the tool we use, the real commitment is to the mental health of our veterans so that we can bring the veteran out of isolation to help them with whatever it is they endured on behalf of us, on behalf of our country, and now is weighting them down and preventing them from the life to which they should be entitled. And so with Paws, there's imagination, there's creativity, there is commitment, and we can bring these veterans back out into the world they let us live in. As a country, we're facing a very serious challenge in this pandemic. For our folks who are vulnerable to isolation, this is a perfect storm of problems. That we have many veterans who need an opportunity to get out of isolation, out of their head, to challenge themselves, to get back into the community, and their opportunities are so limited now. And so as we ask people as a country to isolate themselves, we have to be so mindful of the fact that veterans who are in isolation because of their injuries and illness, we are limiting our opportunities to help them. And Paws, I believe, has met that challenge and continues to innovate around that challenge about continuing to bring veterans out of isolation when we're asked to be in isolation.
That's 2005 that I was transferred up here to Albuquerque to the VA. I've seen some things that, such as I was with one group and they discontinued that group and just left us hanging. We just nothing to follow through with. And so at that time, Paws and Stripes was a big partner for me during that time, because these were classes that I was taking, or group that I was in, that we became like family.
So I had to do my training at Hastings. I hated that too. The shelves, the displays, everything's so tall, you can't see around you.
The mall was an issue for me, big issue. One of the other places we went was to Barnes & Noble as part of our training, and I just freak. My system just kind of like shut down because I couldn't see over the bookshelves. And so with PTSD, that was an issue, not being able to see what was coming towards me or what's coming behind me, you know, side and side. And so that was my big issues.
And that's one thing that us veterans all have in common is we want to know our surroundings. Not knowing what's around the corner is very uneasy.
July that year, they told me that Stella was ready to graduate and that she was waiting for me. And so we finally graduated in November of 2011.
It wasn't until getting really into it, kind of lets me know like, hey dude, it's okay, chill. You know, just go about your business. You don't gotta worry about the people around you. You don't gotta worry about not seeing the room. I'm here and I'll help you. You know, and now having him for almost 5.5 years, I feel very confident in doing things without him sometimes, but now it's just so easy. Going into a store, going into the mall, it's like, okay, it's just another place. And before, forget it. There's no way you would have found me at the mall. When I walked into the mall then, I saw people who wanted to hurt me. And that's not a normal way of thinking. And so now, I don't even see them anymore. My life is just better. I don't know how else to describe it. It's literally just better. I'm happy.
My thoughts about Paws and Stripes hitting their 10th year anniversary, I think it's amazing. I really do. And just to see them grow and see them expand and see them add more resources for our veterans. I know for a fact that Paws and Stripes really and truly cares about our veteran community.
Congratulations to Paws and Stripes for hitting their 10th anniversary. That's a big deal. You've made my life better, and I can only imagine the amount of lives you've made better over the last 10 years. Thank you.
To Paws and Stripes, going into their 10th year, this is amazing. And I just want to congratulate Lindsay for initiating this program and just the blessings that have come from it.
I'm so proud of Paws, Lindsay, and the gang, and everybody that's been a part of getting Paws here to be celebrating its 10th anniversary. And it's so exciting to be at 10, and it feels like, well, it's only 10. We're going to be celebrating 50 at some point. And so it's a really nice milestone, and there's just so much more to come.
I can't say enough about Lindsay. Just working with her in this office, in this capacity over the last 2 or 3 months or so, you can feel the passion that she has for our veteran community. What I would say is keep doing what you're doing. I know that times get hard. I know that the plan doesn't always unfold the way that you would like it to, but I'm telling you right now, the work that you do for our veterans, it's unmatched. The passion that you have for our veterans is unmatched. I would just say continue to be the person that you are. Keep loving our veterans, keep having that same passion. And I would love to see nothing more than your dreams and your vision for Paws and Stripes to continue forward and come true.
I'm super proud of Paws and Stripes for hitting the 10th year anniversary. I just want everyone to know that I am very thankful for their help and support of me not only going through the program, but in just life. They are family, and I am glad that they are in my life.